Jonathan Lee Riches, aka JLR. Where is Summer Wells? Justice for Summer Wells. Don Wells, Summer's father, he had a federal complaint filed against him in 2001. I saw it. I never really read into it, didn't really understand what it was about. And today I went into the pacer.gov website. That is the website that provides all federal cases, both both criminal and civil. And I did a search and found his case. I found his case. It's an interesting case, and it brings insight to why he had that federal case. It was filed in June 5th, 2001, and then terminated a few months later, October 31st, 2001. And I am going to share the court documents here with you here so you can have an understanding too on what it's about, just in case people out there were also wondering, like myself, what was that federal case about? And then we will discuss. Check it out. So I am in the Pacer system. This is a national lookup for federal cases, both civil and criminal. I did a case search for Donald Wells. There's many Donald Wells here, but I found one here, Donald Wesley Wells, filed in Utah in 6/5/2001, but it was dismissed. Looks like terminated. Date closed. October 31st, 2001. Donald Wesley Wells. I'm going to click on this case here. Clicking on the case. I'm going to go to parties involved. Here you see United States of America versus Wells. Donald Wesley Wells. Looks like the U.S. Marshal Services are also listed as a party involved in this case. This was in 2001. I'm going to scroll back and go into the history and documents. I looked over this earlier. I'm going to run a query. And here it is. Now this is interesting because here is the complaint, but I can't click on it. It looks like the case is sealed. And here is a warrant, and I can't click on that either. And then here's a motion to dismiss. Can't click on that either. Dismissal of counts on government's motion. DOC. I can get there, and I actually looked at this earlier. I'm going to read this to you. View document. And here it is. This was one of the court documents that wasn't sealed, and I was able to read and obtain in United States of America versus Donald Wesley Wells. This was in October 31st, 2001. It says, based upon the motion of the United States of America and for good cause appearing, the court hereby grants leave under Rule 48A of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure for the United States District Courts for the dismissal of the UFAC complaint against the defendant, Donald Wesley Wells, signed by a United States magistrate judge. It looks like UFAC means unlawful flight to avoid confinement. Unlawful flight to avoid confinement. So going back to the master file, there's a couple other ones here. Warrant returned unexecuted. Can't click on it. Won't let me. And notice of filing dismissed, and it can't click on this. So there was one actually motion out of this whole entire case that I was able to view, and it looks like it was dismissed. I'm assuming This whole case had to deal with Don Wells fleeing in 2001 from Utah out of state and going back to Tennessee after he paroled out of prison in Utah and absconded. And I think the U.S. Marshal Services got involved because he left the state and went to Tennessee. He was apprehended there and eventually taken back to Utah to finish his remaining sentence. So there you go. So it wasn't actually a federal case about new charges. It was the U.S. Marshals putting a case out there to get Don Wells because he absconded from Utah and went back to Tennessee. We heard that Tennessee officials back in 2001 went to Don Wells's home, Ben Hill Road, and found him hiding in the home and took him back to Utah. He was on parole in Utah and he absconded. He left the state. So that's what this case was about in 2001. It wasn't new charges. It was to go after him and bring him back to Utah. So there you have it. That's what I'm assuming. You know, the case, yeah, as you saw, it was sealed. It was sealed, but it gave a clue of him fleeing. And that's where I come to the conclusion that's what that case was about. It wasn't where he picked up a new Fed charge for a type of crime that he committed. It was a case so the U.S. Marshals could go find him and hunt him down, which they found him, and he ultimately went back to Utah. Digging in on Don Wells, there you have it. Some might know this, some might not. Shared his court records. We are looking for Summer Wells. Where is Summer Wells? She's been missing since June 15, 2021. If you have any information about the whereabouts of Summer Wells, contact TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, 1-800-TBI, find with credible information. We are searching. We are searching for Summer. We're going to keep her name in the spotlight. We're not giving up. Everyone be safe. God bless.